Fortnite's Myth Immortal season is finally here and a lot has changed. There are new medallions, weapons, locations, and plenty of secrets, so let's head on over to Mount Olympus where you'll find Zeus. Not only has he taken over a new POI, this place is an entire biome. Trust me when I say this place is absolutely gigantic. It is truly worthy for the king of the gods. Mount Olympus is full of chests, and surrounded by clouds, you'll instantly notice the huge statue overlooking the city. I think this might be one of the coolest POIs we've ever had in Fortnite, but if you head to the middle, you could find a much smaller statue. Not as intimidating until you activate it, summoning Zeus himself. You might struggle with the boss fight, but it's nothing impossible. However, there are multiple rounds which we have never seen before. Once his first health bar depletes, guards will spawn as backup, and you have to keep taking out waves before the final stage begins. For all this effort, you'll be rewarded with 2 mythics and a medallion. It's worth it if you ask me. The medallion is called Aspect of Speed, and it does exactly what the name suggests. With this in your hand, you'll get extra speed and 2 super jumps. But I'm more focused on the Thunderbolt of Zeus, one of the many mythics in Season 2. You charge this thing up, and in just 3 strikes, you can annihilate someone. Turns out if you're on a dirt bike, you can thunderbolt straight into the air, taking anyone by surprise. But watch out, using this thing makes you super vulnerable. Kinda like Iron Man's Unibeam or the Kamehameha. That's not the only mythic Zeus drops though. You also get a Huntress, the latest DMR in Fortnite. Whether you love him or hate him, this does 117 damage for a headshot, so you gotta at least consider it. That's only for the mythic version though. If you want to try this without taking out Zeus, and normal Huntress DMRs are scattered around the map. You probably won't even think about that when you're insanely high up in the air. Season 2 has added a whole new type of movement, flying. Thanks to the Wings of Icarus mythic, you can literally just take off and go wherever you want, and it's really not that hard to find. These things are all over the map with everyone using them, so it feels like ours just became useless. There is a speed boost to move around quicker, but my personal favorite thing is the dive bomb. Probably the most fun you can have with wings, and it's so good for attacking boxed up players. Just look how fast you nosedive, no one sees it coming. So it sounds way too powerful, right? Well, there is one issue you have to be aware of when flying around. If anyone shoots your wings, you'll straight up fall out of the sky. It also counts as your hitbox, and these things are gigantic, so you're a pretty easy target. For those exploring on the ground, there is a chance you'll discover a new type of loot drop. This is a golden chest. It's basically a reskin version of the epic chest from last season, but they will guarantee a wings mythic if you open it. Not to mention plenty of sick loot, you cannot afford to ignore these. You'll probably find some of these at one of the new POIs. This is Brawler's Battleground. It's in the bottom right corner of the map, and let me tell you, it is filled to the brim with statues. There are soldiers everywhere, including the decapitated head of a Minotaur. How cool is that? Clearly, this is the domain of someone you would most expect, Aries, the god of war. To summon him, just hit up that statue in the middle, and you'll be thrown into a thrilling battle. Just like Zeus, he has multiple waves, but your reward is interesting. You would think Aries would have a spear or some kind of shield item, yet he'll drop a mythic AR? Yeah, this is Aries' Warforged assault rifle. I wouldn't say this Greek god is known for spraying enemies with bullets, but it'll work. It's a pretty strong weapon, and you can find regular versions around the map if you're not up to the task. Obviously, Aries' version is way stronger, so seek them out if you can. The regular Warforged can be modded with weapon attachments though, and there's even some new mods, which I'll get to in a second. Before that, Aries drops a medallion called the Aspect of Combat. If you haven't noticed yet, this entire feature has changed. Before, medallions all did the same thing, giving you health regen depending on how many you own. Now it still reveals your location on the map, but each medallion has a different ability. Zeus gave you a speed boost, while Aries will increase your long-range damage. It is very useful. And if you're wondering how to play as Aries, he's not in the battle pass or the item shop. In fact, you are looking at the crew pack for April. Some players are happy about this, while others are disappointed he's taken up a slot. Let me know how you feel about it in the comments. Now, I've talked about Mount Olympus and how it brought a huge biome to the island, but what if I told you the new season has given us 2 biomes? Yeah, they've terraformed half the map for this, and on the left of the island, you'll find the Underworld. This is easily one of the biggest POIs on the map. It's an entire castle owned by Hades. Anyone who likes Greek mythology or watches Percy Jackson will know all about this place. There's this massive pool of green water, and when you walk into it, you'll get a dash effect. Pretty cool, but fans will also notice there are floating skulls around the place. Obviously, when you're in the Underworld, you're gonna find the souls of people trapped here, except in the Fortnite universe, we ain't saving them from death, we're using them to dash around. By collecting these, you'll earn charges that let you dash multiple times in a row. It's kinda messed up when you think about it. So by now, you probably already guessed who's guarding this place. Yep, the god of the Underworld, Hades. In the throne room, you'll find a statue and throw it on the ground. This angers him as he spawns in minions while powering up on the throne. Once you wipe them out, a new challenger enters the arena, him. Not only only is he terrifying, but who knew Hades was so tall? Now luckily the fight isn't so bad if you have the right loot, and if you don't, you're about to get rewarded with amazing items. Hades' medallion is the aspect of Siphon. Yeah, you can already imagine what it does. Every time you get a kill, you earn health back. This might be the first time Siphon has been a regular BR since Chapter 1. But don't forget to pick up Hades Mythic 2. This is the Harbinger SMG. When you pair this with dashing and flying, it could be the most ridiculous combo of Season 2. I mean, just look at how you could shred people at a close range. Of course, you're looking at yet another mythic version of a brand new weapon. If you just want a regular Harbinger that you can mod, those are scattered everywhere. One of the coolest POIs in this new biome is called Grim Gate. It's basically the river Styx from Greek mythology. If you want to get to the Underworld, you need to find the ferryman who will take your soul down the river in a boat before you are judged by Hades. They brought that to Fortnite, and let me tell you, this gate to the Underworld is super intimidating. If I wasn't searching for chests, I'd be terrified right now. Also, right in the middle of the POI, you can challenge Cerberus himself. Topple the statue to summon him and his wolf minions. You'll have to take out 2 waves of demon dogs before he greets you himself with a load of health. He can zero dash towards you at any time, which can be fatal with his shotgun or even an air attack with his claws. Finally defeat him and you'll be rewarded with his mythic Gatekeep shotgun and one of the best medallions in the game right now, Agility. It lets you gain zero dash charges infinitely, making it some of the best mobility you could find. Combine this with the mythic shotgun and you'll basically become unstoppable. Even the normal variant of this thing is insanely OP, dealing high damage in just a few rapid shots, with a full reload so you don't have to put each shell in. And if you got the mythic version, there's no chance even Hades will survive, taking him out with just 3 rounds. Another POI you can find this season rebuilt to its former glory is Ruin Reels. It's now called Restored Reels, and the cinema is officially open for business. Before, this place was just a wreck with some people camping out to play movies on the big screen, but now it is a full-time establishment. There's ticket booths, popcorn, even a restaurant and toilets built into the ancient structures. Wherever you're dropping this season, if you manage to make it to the end, you'll score yourself the brand new Victory Umbrella. As usual, you'll get it for the first match you win of the season, and this time it is the Olympian. It's the perfect glider for the gods, but if you want an even cooler version, you'll have to wait until later in the season to unlock the Ranked Edition. Now you won't be able to get there without the help of weapon mods. Of course, they're staying in the game from last season, but that doesn't mean Epic hasn't found a way to update them. Instead of hunting down vaults for a mod bench, now you gotta locate a mod bunker. They're scattered all over the map and chained up until mid-game when they unlock, letting you inside. They're just like the Underground's hideouts, offering weapon cases and a bench to equip any attachment you want, including 2 brand new ones. There's now a thermal scope, which is a zoom and a toggle lens. Just like the thermal DMR, you can turn the heat vision on or off, which is great if you don't want to use it all the time, and in dark places like the Underworld, it's honestly pretty useful. There's also the speed grip, which increases your movement speed while aiming down sights, and it's pretty good for pushing enemies while holding down fire. If you want some better loot to equip your mods on, just look for one of the brand new job boards. They're back once again, and this time it's Shadow offering you challenges. You can opt in to be hunted by others marked on the map, or even search for treasure in turn for some awesome rewards, even a supply drop. Another thing we're happy to see back are chug splashes. We have waited since Fortnite OG for this return. While it doesn't make you faster like slaps, it feels good to heal on the fly. You can find them all around the map, so make sure to get good use of them. You'll need it with the amount of mythics in the loot pool right now. One thing everyone agrees with is that the battle pass this season is S tier. There are 7 skins and a few alternate styles to check out, but one is more important than the rest. The Legend of Korra finally has a collab in game, and not only does this confirm Epic is working with the creators of The Last Airbender, it also reveals Aang and the original crew are coming this season. That'll probably be a mini pass, but the first of the 7 Greek gods is Cerberus, and he looks incredible. He has 2 styles, one black and blue, one gold and blue, but I think his weapon skin is what's really selling me here. Next up, we have Aphrodite, who also has 2 styles, and this second one really locks in that goddess of love and beauty look. It looks like Ripley hit the gym and is impersonating Poseidon. Both styles are pretty funny, but that hitbox is gonna be brutal. Medusa snakes her way in the pass as well, and one thing that sets his skin apart is the changing eyes. Just try not to look at him, okay? The warrior king of the gods Zeus nails the Olympus vibe, and now it's confirmed the only thing stronger than a thunderbolt is a shotgun based off his ammo preference. His other style looks a bit more realistic, but that's not true for Artemis, who kinda looks like the Galaxy skin. I'm a way bigger fan of her second edit style, which will probably be my main this season. Hades is the last skin in the battle pass, and as tier 100, he has the dark transformation, which looks awesome. A little bit worried about his crown making me an easy headshot, but hey, you can't be a king of the underworld without a crown. With the new season also comes new LEGO skins, and there are over 200 of them. The first of all of them is Peely. Okay, actually, I'm not going through hundreds of these. Pause the video if you want to see them all. But I will say the Poseidon LEGO style has been getting absolutely cooked, and I can see why. Every time I see him, I I start laughing, but hey, at least we got our meme of the season. So I know all this is a lot to take in, but play it while you can because Season 2 officially ends on May 24th. Following tradition, we probably won't expect a live event as that's reserved for the end of the chapter, but with the hand teaser, anything is possible. Click on screen now to watch 1 hour of Fortnite Easter eggs. It's been Tommy, and keep it here on Top 5 Gaming.